Once again, for the sensitive people out there, y'all, just go ahead and unsubscribe, okay? Because I got some hot takes again, and I feel like, you know what? These are just like reoccurring takes of mine. We're going to be talking about several different things from the Love Island Season 7 cast. We're going to be talking about Chris. We're going to be talking about Huda and Lewis. We're going to be talking about Sierra. And there's just so many different things that I have realized, y'all, that I'm just like, you know what? I just feel like people are just way too much these days. And y'all, I gotta keep it real with you guys. Sometimes I really do feel like it is important to speak out about this and actually voice my opinion on it, because I almost feel like behind the scenes, like behind the internet, like, well, not behind the internet, but not on the internet, I should say. I feel like I have like a popular opinion, but then on the internet, it's a non-popular opinion. You know what I'm saying? If you guys didn't check out my video recently to where I was talking about Kayla Nicole's old tweets, which is Travis Kelce's ex, and I was even stating within that video, I'm like, y'all, she used the F slur a lot, and a lot of people were saying she's homophobic, she's this, she's that, or whatever. And I'm like, honestly, y'all, like, these tweets were from 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never going to hold this against somebody, but damn, y'all, people are just going hard on her, you know? And I'm like, to me, it's so crazy, because I guess that I've always looked at life through the lens of we're all human, we're going to make mistakes. And I think that it's so crazy that the majority of the people on the internet are just so cutthroat and so against people and their past mistakes. And I'm like, if you guys really like have any celebrities out there that you admire, you look up to, or influencers, it's like, y'all, they've made mistakes in their life. And honestly, most of them are probably mistakes that would be, you know, deemed as cancelable. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really, you know, subscribe to that mentality, and I don't like it, if I'm keeping it so for with you guys. The first person that I want to talk about from season 7 cast is Sierra, okay, which it bothers me that I did not save her video because she now deleted it, but you guys can see from the screenshot, if you guys had seen this video, you guys know what I'm talking about. So I don't have a clip of it, but basically I'm going to give you guys a little bit of the context to it, to where she had made a video and she was extremely sad, and she said that it sucks that she gets anxiety leaving her house because of the amount of hate that she continuously gets because of this whole C slur that she used, this whole situation before, and everyone labels her as a racist, okay? And I am so sorry. From what I have seen of her and seeing in the context of which she said the word, and I said that months ago when I made the video about it, I still stand 10 toes down on my opinion about this. I don't think she's racist whatsoever, okay? Like, to me, it's even crazy that people have the idea that she is racist. It's like, given the context of what she used the word, she was using it in an ignorant way, okay? And this is where I say everything is getting so convoluted these days in young people's minds that they think like, oh, if you said a slur, you know, out of complete ignorance and not even using it towards a, you know, person that it would be used towards to be deemed racist. To me, it's getting really, really scary that people label people as racist like that. That's crazy. Like, we are doing so much like mental damage to somebody like Sierra that she got up onto video and she literally was crying over this. And I told you guys this in numerous amounts of videos. If you guys have watched my Love Island videos, I'm like, I think that she's the most hated person from the cast specifically for this. And I'm like, everything that she does, everyone is hating on, everyone's bashing her, everyone is calling her a racist within her comments. And I'm like, you guys, she called herself, her eyes, the C word, okay? Yes, I understand, you know, that is, you know, derogatory and it could be deemed as racist towards the Asian community. I 100% understand that. She was calling herself that, though. It's not even like she was getting out there and saying it towards somebody, like she was driving and she like yelled at somebody and called them the C word. Then it's like, okay, then I could understand how people are saying that. But I'm like, y'all, I even said within that video when she got called out for it, I was like, I barely learned that it was, you know, racially derogatory like within the last like 5 or 6 years. And that's just me being honest, okay? Because I'm never going to get on the internet and be fake. And this is why I say so many people like myself, I'll be the first bitch to admit it, are not educated on everything, okay? I have grown up in complete ignorance, okay? I have always said this. As a millennial, y'all, like if you guys are millennials out there, y'all know what we grew up with, like MTV, SNL, like the videos that people used to make back then, Eminem, like, oh my gosh, just the countless things that we grew up with. And it's like, I look at this new generation now and I'm like, you guys need to have a little bit more, you know, grace towards us, because we grew up in this time to where we didn't have the internet at our fingertips to know, oh, this is racially derogatory, this is offensive, this is problematic. Like, we just didn't know that. So if you grew up thinking a word was okay to say, and you say it, you know what I'm saying, not thinking anything of it, you go and you say it on the internet because you don't think anything of it, and then bam, people are now labeling you as a racist. And I feel so bad for her, okay? I am so sorry. I really do think that, like, she is just getting way too much hate over this. And I'm like, the fact that like she is just completely labeled as a racist now, I'm so sorry, y'all. Like, to me, that's crazy. It really is. I'm like, especially given within the context of which she said it, she made a firm apology. And I don't know, y'all. I got to keep it real with you guys. Like, sometimes I get so irritated with the people of the internet. It just seems that so many people are so miserable within their own lives that they want to just bash somebody, and they just know now, oh, she made a mistake, so let's bash her for months on end about this mistake. And I'm like, y'all, to me, it is just crazy. It's absolute crazy. And I think it's so crazy too that when you see a lot of these people, like, y'all, I've seen it before. Like, I'm so messy on Twitter. Okay, you guys want to know? Call me the queen of petty. Because ever I see like somebody calling somebody out, it's like you just search on their name and then you type in whatever word. So say, for example, if somebody gets called out for like, posting lyrics to a song and it has the N-word in it or whatever, and somebody wants to call them out and call them racist or whatever, you could type in their name, type in, whatever word you're looking for, and it'll pop up. And I used to do this all the time on Twitter. I'd be like, why are you calling somebody else? But wait, I looked at your tweets and you said it too. Like, so much hypocrisy is living on within people. And to me, that's crazy. That's why I will always be the first bitch up on the internet to say, I will never hold anything towards anybody from the past. If you're currently saying it and you're currently doing it, okay, then I may have an opinion about it. But if it's from the past, y'all, I judge people based upon their character of who they are today, okay? And I just think that it sucks that so many damn people hold this like to like Sierra, and it's like, oh my God, y'all, like, she made a mistake, she apologized to it, she was uneducated on the topic. I'm telling you firsthand, and I'm so sorry, but I know a lot of you guys as well too, and I'm so glad that people were being honest in the chat and saying, oh, I didn't even know that that word was offensive. I'm like, yeah, me neither. For so long, if I'm being so for real with you guys, for the longest time of my life, the C word, when it comes down to the Asian community, I had thought that it just meant like small eyes. That's literally just what I thought. So I was just kind of like, okay, Asians are obviously known to have like small eyes. And I thought that's what it meant, for the longest time. But then obviously, thanks to the internet, I was able to see like, oh, damn. Like, this is offensive. Like, I did not know that for so many years, y'all. I want to tell you guys, like, straight up, I feel like I probably learned that it was offensive at like 29 years old, okay? And like, Sierra's like, I think way younger than that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, y'all, I just don't get it. Like, I just don't understand why people want to be so damn hateful. And I really do feel bad for Sierra, okay? So I did want to talk about that because she did upload that video, but then she deleted it. I think maybe she deleted it because, I don't know, maybe she was embarrassed to be so vulnerable and so emotional up on the internet. But I have to say, I like that she actually put that video out there, because I really do think that people need to chill out, y'all. Like, people don't realize you are really messing with people's mental health, okay? Like, the fact that she is getting so much hate, and I've been saying this for months now. Every time that I've talked about her, I see her comments, y'all, and I'm like, oh my God, the things that people are calling her like over and over and over again. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, go get a life. Like, the fact that people are so miserable, they just go out there and bash people. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm going to be this way until the day I die. So if you guys don't like it, unsubscribe, okay? I am just never going to hold a mistake to somebody. I'm just not going to do it, because I've made my fair share of mistakes, and I really do feel like everything in life is about how you learn from it, how you grow from it, and how you move forward. And I feel like the most craziest people out there could have been really erratic and crazy, and they could just grow up and be the most pure people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I don't understand why people don't realize that people change. You know what I mean? Like, you know what's so crazy too is like, y'all, when in school, I don't know if like your guys' school made you watch this movie, but American History X, we had to watch American History X. I'm like, it's so crazy. Like, if you watch the movie American History X and to see like how racist this guy was in the movie, I think it was played by Edward Norton. I could be wrong on that. It's been years since I've seen it, but it's like this guy was like straight up so racist, and he ended up like going to jail and like becoming, like best friends with black people and just different people in there. And I'm just kind of like, y'all, everyone needs to go watch that movie to see like, damn, like, people can change. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like people are just a little too cutthroat these days. And I'm like, oh my God, y'all, like, chill out, Jesus. And you know what I hate too? I'm sorry, I'm just going on a whole ass rant over here. Is I just hate that people are so hypocritical. You know what I mean? They act like they're so perfect, and they act like they've never made a mistake. And I'm just like, oh, you're so annoying. Low key, 9 times out of 10, it's people with Bible verses in their bios. I'm like, okay, y'all. I'm so sorry, but I really have learned in life that the people that are front row of the church are the most shadiest. Okay, just saying. Anyways, another thing that I want to talk about right here is Chris, y'all. He was on what is it, the People's Court? Oh my gosh, I can't tell from this a screenshot right here. This is totally quick, totally random. I just wanted to point this out, that I was just like, oh my gosh, like, this fool is being sued for property damage or whatever. He's the defendant within this case. I have to throw this out there though, that I actually had a friend who was on Judge Judy. They're real cases, but they are enacted by people. If you guys don't know this, okay, I do think there are some shows to where there are the real people that go on. However, for the most part, they're real cases, and they're hired by like background actors rumors or whatever of people who go on and just acted. I literally had a friend who went on to Judge Judy, and the whole damn thing was like, the case wasn't fake, but obviously it didn't happen to her. It wasn't her case. So I think that's maybe the same thing for him. I don't really know. I just thought this was so random and I wanted to talk about it. The next thing up on the list that I want to talk about that I do have a little clip for is, if you guys haven't seen, actually, you know what? I don't even know. If you guys know, let me know down in the chat. I'll probably Google it after. That the Beyond the Villa from season 7 is going to be coming out pretty soon. And I'm so interested to see this because Brian and Amaya are obviously going to be on it together. And I gotta say, I'm really curious to see their dynamic. She was questioned about it in an interview, and she had said that she's like unbothered about it. And she's like, well, it is what it is. Once you're my ex for life, and whatever. She keeps it pushing. So I'm really curious to see their dynamic. And I'm like, you know what? I think it should be coming out pretty soon, because I saw like behind the scenes footage on Melrose actually where Pepe and Brian were filming. And I'm like, I think that they're going to step into some hot water, because I do have to say, beyond Sierra being like the most hated from the cast, which to me is so, I don't know, I just feel like it's so forced. I feel like it's so extra. I feel like it's so much. But I'm just saying, okay, she is like the most hated one. I think Pepe is next in line to be the most like hated one, which I gotta keep it with you guys. Like, I still don't even know like why he gets so much hate. A lot of people were speculating that he did cheat on Iris, I believe it was, but then it had came out that she ended up getting with TJ right after, or JT. Y'all, the way in one video I was like, I kept getting it back and forth. I was like TJ, JT, like I don't know what the hell, I was getting it so confused. But I was like, she moved on right away, so maybe she was the one that was creeping, you know what I mean? Like, we just don't know the tea. And she got out there and she said, okay, stop giving hate, like everything's fine, we're good. So I'm like, why are people, I don't know, like, why do they hate him so much? I don't know. If you guys know why, let me know in the chat. Anyways, I want to go to play this little clip right here to where she was talking about Brian. Check it out.
How do I filming with my ex? Extremely unbothered. Once you're my ex, you're ex out my life forever. But what's up, bro?
So yeah, I'm really curious to see Beyond the Villa, y'all. That should be coming out pretty soon. By the way, I know I told you guys that I was going to watch Love Island Games. However, it just hasn't piqued my interest. I was like, you know what? I think I'm kind of over it, and I just don't really care to watch it. Although everyone says that they can't stand Chris in that. Okay, I don't know if he's still on it. I don't know if he's got kicked off by now, but in the beginning, all I was seeing is comments of like, everyone was so damn annoyed with Chris, and I was like, oh, damn, what's the tea over there? But I was just like, you know what? I'm not really intrigued to watch it. I guess maybe because there was just so many different people from, you know, so many different Love Island shows, and I'm like, I don't know anybody else. All I've watched is season 7. I do think moving forward, I will watch it, but I'm just not one of those people that like goes back and watches reality shows. I don't know why. Like, I feel like I'll watch it if it's like going on now, but I'm not gonna go back to all these different seasons. And y'all, from what I've seen, there's like so many different, like, you know, Love Island casts. I'm like, okay, no, I can't keep up with that. But moving forward, I probably will watch like Love Island USA season 8 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about Huda and Lewis. Okay, he was up on another live stream and he had made a comment about Huda stating that she will no longer go live. And you know what's crazy is I kind of don't blame her, but I'm so curious now that everything has kind of settled down. Okay, I'm really curious to know you guys' full thoughts on everything. You guys know I was so like, I don't know what to say about this topic, y'all, because honestly, I really do think that she did hear the name Olandria. However, as soon as she started getting dropped from all of her brand deals and Huda Beauty like made a public statement about her and publicly dropped her, I was like, well, I don't know if she deserved all that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because yes, at the end of the day, like, she didn't say the word. However, her laughing about it, it was wrong. It was a bad look. And I could understand as a brand owner of like, oh, damn, like, I don't want to have ties to this person because it does look bad. But then I was like, oh, damn, this is kind of bad that like she was dropped, you know, by like, what was it? Like Gymshark, K18 Hair, Huda Beauty, like all these brands. And I was like, wait, everyone, and I'm telling you, like everyone on Twitter, or not Twitter, sorry, on TikTok was like, you know what? Like, she didn't even say the word. Like, so many people were coming out here in her defense, you know? And honestly, a lot of black women, like honestly, a lot of black women were in her defense. So I was like, wait, like at the end of the day, obviously their voices matter the most within this specific topic because they would be the ones directly affected by this. And the fact that so many people were defending her, I was like, well, maybe she shouldn't have been canceled like this, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Honestly, y'all, I'm still kind of like, well, yeah, she did laugh about it, but damn, to be dropped from everything, I don't know. I kind of did feel bad for that as well, too. So I still have like mixed opinions about that. I'm curious to know your guys' thoughts on it, but I do want to go ahead and play this clip to where he is talking about it and saying that she will never go up on a live again. Check it out.
She won't be coming in any more lives and stuff like that. Just to also let you know that when she did come in lives, that was off her own back. I never asked her. I never once said, yo, baby, I want you in my live. She always said she wanted to support me and always come in my live as, you know, you should in a relationship, but when your relationship is, you know, very much online and people can say what they want and make assumptions, then you know, shit like this happens. So yeah.
A lot of people were pointing out that they do like that he has her back and he is defending her. And he was even defending her after that situation too. And I don't know, y'all, I think this whole entire thing blew up so big. And I'm like, damn, like she hasn't been seen up on the internet since then. But obviously this was a really big deal. And the fact that, you know, these brands got out there and like dropped her, Huda being like the biggest one, the fact that they made that post onto their Instagram and said that they were going to be removing her from the gondolas, from the Huda Beauty displays. I was like, well, damn, y'all, this is a really big deal. But now that time has passed, I'm so curious to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on that topic. Like, do you guys still feel like she deserved that level of cancellation? Do you guys still feel like all these brands should have dropped her or not? Because I'm telling you, maybe it's just my algorithm on TikTok, but like everyone's like, no, like Huda Beauty is so wrong for dropping her. Like all these other brands shouldn't have dropped her. And I'm like, I don't know, y'all. Like, honestly, I think that I'm so just like confused and like convoluted in my brain about this topic is because I'm like trying to think of it from a brand owner standpoint. Like if I owned a brand, like would I feel the need to do that? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, it really is a hard situation. You know what I mean, to think about. So make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.